Boston, it's time to saddle up because for the first time ever, a full-on rodeo is coming to City Hall Plaza.
That's right. Bull riding, line dancing, live music, local food vendors, and the best part, every dollar raised goes straight to local charities. The idea comes from Eddie McHugh and his buddy Griffin O'Driscoll, who want to bring community-first celebrations to the area. So Eddie is with us now. This is the first ever rodeo in Boston. What inspired you to bring something so traditionally Western to New England?
Yeah, so it's the first outdoor rodeo in Boston. There's been an indoor and TD Garden that started back in 1931, and that ended in 1936 because actually the producer of the rodeo, it came out that he was making a ton of money and the contestants weren't making anything. So they did.
So you're literally flipping the narrative.
Yeah. So they did actually, they staged a walkout, the contestants did, and that was 1936. And from that walkout, the PRCA, the sanctioning body of the rodeo, was actually formed from then. Wow. So rodeo, the PRCA started in Boston, and we're bringing the first ever PRCA rodeo back to Boston, and it's the first ever outdoor.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we're hearing rodeo. You got to break it down for us. City Hall Plaza, what can people expect there? Yeah.
So it's, a big outdoor venue, as I said, and so because it's the City Hall Plaza is just brick, we're bringing in 22 semi-trucks worth of dirt.
He is scooping it himself, by the way.
Yeah. You'll see me with a shovel, Friday the 19th.
Give it a lunch break. Go help them.
Yeah, please. But yeah, so 22 semi-trucks coming in, loading it out. Skid steers, spreading it around. And yeah, so it'll be a lot of action, all, being done in 24 hours when, before the gates open. And then the animals come in and we throw a full rodeo.
Oh, this is going to be so exciting. And the best part about this, Eddie, is that all of the proceeds are going to benefit local charities. How did you pick them and why was that so important to you?
Yeah, so we paired up with two local organizations, one of them being the Genesis Foundation. They provide financial aid for children and their families with rare diseases. And then we're doing Folds of Honor, the Boston branch. So it's a national organization, but we're working with the Boston branch specifically, and they provide college tuition for children of fallen soldiers or parents that were hurt in combat. So we knew that we needed volunteers to help throw this event. Us being a first year event and a small nonprofit, we knew that we needed help from our local community. So our pledge to them was, hey, we're a first year event. We don't know how much if we're gonna even break even, but if there's proceeds, we'll give it all the way back to you guys. In exchange, can you please help us throw this and help us with checking in tickets, all that kind of good stuff that goes along with the event. So they're going to do that, and then we also have a vendor, like a nonprofit alley, where they all have their own tent. They'll have people there, collecting donations straight from the crowd and raising awareness for their charity and their cause. So hopefully they gain some long-term volunteers from this, and then hopefully if we break even and have proceeds, we'll be able to give it back to them.
That's beautiful. So you have to buy a ticket, by the way.
There we go.
So get your boots on the ground. The rodeo comes to Boston on September 20th, and for tickets and more information, just head to bostonrodeo.com.
You're full of puns.